It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, welcome to You Don't Know Jack. I'm Schmitty, and this is the best thing you could think of to do by yourself. You gotta try using a little imagination, okay? Since it's just the two of us tonight, please feel free to let me know what's on your mind, because I certainly will.
One.
Coming at you. Got Curdled Milk? How does $2,000 sound? All right, so it's our back to school episode. Oh, back to school. A tragic time in a kid's life. But does anybody have it harder than the freshmen? Check this out. If freshmen stay fresh only as long as refrigerated milk does, when will the nation's high schools start to smell really, really bad? After the first week of school, after the third week of school, after the fifth week of school, or after the first semester? A carton of milk will stay fresh for, at most, 21 days, so you'll want to drink all your freshmen by the third week of school. Of course, the hard part is inserting the straw.
Oh, hey, come on, I'm not a juice box. Two.
Up next, movies to rent when mom's not home. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Okay, free your mind. Since there wasn't an original movie, which of the following back-to-school sequels would you definitely not see? Back to Horny Vixen School, Back to Satan School for Girls, Back to Stewardess School, or Back to Bikini Traffic School? All right, walk it off. Walk it off. Does this ring a bell? Believe it or not, there is no movie currently in existence called Horny Vixen School. Apparently, my agent is having a difficult time selling my screenplay. Why don't you return my calls, Maury?
Three.
Here's a little something I call Partnership for a Drugged America. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Hey, check out this composition that a second grader wrote, okay?
This morning, I forgot my, look, a birdie, it can fly, and I'm a wizard. Woo. Mommy said not to forget my medicine, but Teletubbies is for babies. I want a pony.
Okay, slow down there, Timmy. What medicine did this hyperactive kid probably forget to take? Trusoft, Zoloft, Claritin, or Ritalin? Ritalin is a commonly prescribed drug for hyperactive kids. They'll usually stay on a daily dose of Ritalin until high school, where most of them will have access to other prescription drugs. All right, don't freak out at me or nothing, but you're about to jump headfirst into a dis or dat. The name of this dis or dat is Welcome to the Real Rat Race. Okay, I'm looking at 7 names here, and for each one of them, all you gotta do is tell me if it's a boarding school or a type of cheese. As each one comes up, if it's a boarding school, press your square button. If it's a delicious cheese, press your circle button. And hit the triangle button to skip it. It's easy, $1,000 for each correct answer, but $1,000 off your score for each one you miss or don't get to. All right, I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock, so let's do it. Joe, boarding school or cheese? Eat 'em. Eat 'em. Silken. Hotchkiss. St. Paulin. Last one. Rotten. Yeah, 6 out of 7. That's as close as you can get to being perfect without being me. Let's see what you did to your score. There you go. Good job. That's all you're getting out of me. Come on, let's go.
5.
The category is psychological trauma and playground games. $1,000 if you get it. So you know how in gym class the smallest guys always get picked last for teams? Well, imagine the countries of the world are starting a pickup football game. Since it's the world's smallest country, which of the following would most likely be picked last? Vatican City, Tunisia, Monaco, or Luxembourg? Shouldn't have done that. The correct answer is Vatican City is actually an independent state, and you guessed it, the smallest one in the world. I don't want Vatican City on my team. You take them. Hey, I don't want him either. The Pope's always tripping over his dress when he runs.
6.
This category is, dude, it's like a cafeteria. $2,000 for a correct answer. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, this high school journal, I am so glad I kept this. Oh, man, I remember this. Oh, yeah, I was trying to figure out which table to sit at in the cafeteria. Listen, each table has its own culture and codes. I can no more say that the Burnouts table is the right table than I can say that the Band Geeks, Goths, or Jocks table is the right table. Golly gee, what philosophy must I have been studying? Pantheism, determinism, communism, or relativism? Nothing to see here, people. Okay, now, here's a good answer. Relativism is the theory that truths are not absolute, but rather dependent on groups or individuals, which means that some people think that jocks are nerds and some people think that dweebs are cool. But I think we can all agree that the Band Geeks are still losers.
7.
The category's gonna be showering with the weird guy in gym. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. You know something? I really hated having to shower in gym class. I'd often be late for my next class just so I could take a shower alone. Anyway, given that it multiplies when in contact with water, which of the following could never take a shower alone in the gym locker room? A gremlin, a chud, a body snatcher, or a tribble? Gremlins reproduce as soon as they get wet, so they're never going to be able to take a shower in private. But that's okay. Since they're all anatomically similar, they won't have to lie to each other about the water being cold.
8.
I'm calling this one. Let's win one for the zipper. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Hey, you know what I really hate? Freezing up just as I'm about to pee in a public restroom. But you know what I hate even more than that? Getting all caught up in my zipper when I'm done. Since they're button fly, which type of Levi's should young men buy to avoid any embarrassing zipper accidents in the school restroom? 501s, 550s, 555s, or 569s? Here's a tip for you schoolboys out there, no pun intended. Stick to the Levi's 501s, because they're button fly. Of course, if some young fella is still getting caught up in those button flies, you gotta think he's doing that on purpose. Better get set. This one's a when did happen. Here's what happens. I show you an event like this. Then I list off 7 other events, like this one. For each one, you have to tell me if it happened before man first walked on the moon, after the moonwalk, or if it never happened at all. When the correct answer lights up, hit your buzzer and you get $1,000. Now, if you buzz in on a wrong answer, well, you'll lose $1,000 every time you're wrong. Hope you got all that. Let's do it. The name of this when did happen is, can you spell horse? Okay, kids, remember one thing. Be cool, stay in school. And nobody knows that better than professional athletes. Which is why this event happened. The NBA Stay in School campaign begins. So tell me, did this little event happen before the NBA started its Stay in School program, after they started it, or did it never happen at all? That'll do it. Okay, let's take a look at the damage. Well, you didn't screw up completely. Let's take a look at your overall score. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we?
10.
This one's called I'm Hot for Meaty Teachers, and this one's going to be worth $2,000. Pencils ready. Let's do it. If your substitute teacher were actually a meat substitute, what might her name be? Ms. Sorghum, Ms. Olestra, Miss Venison, or Mrs. Seitan? All right, back in your cage, monkey child. You want to see what the smart money says? Seitan is a vegetarian meat substitute. It's also known as wheat meat. Class, we'll be getting another substitute for you. It appears Mrs. Seitan has a yeast infection.
11.
Coming at you. See, Dick, get addicted. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. And now, your question. If Robert Palmer had developed the Palmer method, what would he be addicted to besides love? Multiplication tables, writing in cursive, phonics, or reading Braille? Want to learn penmanship the old-fashioned way? You want the Palmer method. You know, I wish some of those NBA stars would have stayed in school and learned the Palmer method. Have you ever seen an autographed basketball? Looks more like an asphalt stain.
12.
Up next, bring me a bottle of your finest paste. And this one's worth $1,000. Forward, march. Based on the classroom game of the same name, how might you order a 7-Up in a diner without speaking? Give the waitress a bone to hide, tap another customer's head and run, put your head down and stick up your thumb, or throw a ball at the waitress. The classroom game where everyone puts their heads down on their desks and sticks their thumbs up is called 7-Up. You remember that game? Then somebody would walk by your desk and break your thumb or hit you on the head with a book. Didn't that happen to everyone?
13.
Here's a little something I call, strap on your helmet, the little bus is here. $1,000 at stake on this one. Okay, we all know that the wheels on the bus go round and round and the wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. But what do the pistons on the bus do? Blink on and off, open and close, go up and down, or go beep, beep, beep? Open and close? No, those are the things on the bus called the... I knew this yesterday. What, windows? Windows, yes, the windows. Here's the one you didn't pick. Pistons move up and down, kind of like that boy and that girl in the back seat.
14.
The category is nuclear waste is a terrible thing to waste. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Okay, who remembers those class of Nukem High movies? Come on, the good, the bad, and the subhumanoid? Kids today. Well, anyway, tell me this. If the kids at Nukem High had a Sadie Hawkins dance, which of the following would you see? Mutant seniors asking mutant sophomores, mutant boys asking mutant boys, mutant teachers asking mutant students, or mutant girls asking mutant boys. Traditionally, Sadie Hawkins dances are where the girls ask the boys. Although at Nukem High, they've added a new tradition. After the last dance, the mutant girls suck the mutant boys' brains out of their eye sockets. Well, you've made it to the Jack Attack. Here's the deal. If you see two words that go together, buzz in and you get $2,000. If you buzz in when they don't go together, you can say goodbye to $2,000. Here's the fun part.
Remember the clue.
The words only match if they fit this clue. I only use brand name back-to-school items because my parents send me a check every week. exciting game. That was a real thrill. You were the best player we've had by far. Now do me a favor, will you? Look to your left, now look to your right, now repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
If you would like to play again, please let me know.
At WTEU, we're keeping Last Tuesday alive.
Hey, remember last Tuesday? Doesn't seem that long ago, does it? Those crazy clothes? What were we thinking when we wore that? And the ridiculous hairstyles. I hope those never come back. Well, tune in to WTEU to enjoy the sweet sounds of that magical time. Last Tuesday, we listened to songs that really meant something by artists like Kid Rock, Britney Spears, and NSYNC. Sure, come Thursday and Friday, we really were kicking ourselves for ever listening to music like that. But now, we can look back and admit we loved them. So join us, won't you?
WTEU, all last Tuesday, all the time.
Welcome to VH1's Behind the Song. This week, Leonard Skinner.
Sure, the Freebird we all know now is like 15 minutes long, but when we started out, that song was like, what, a minute and a half? But the fans, man, they just wanted more and more.
So I told my boss, if you ask me to work on Saturday one more time...
One more time? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was playing this video game and I reached the bonus level, so I one more time!
All right, one more time.
What's your name?
One more time.
What?
One more time!
All right, you got it.
It was the weirdest fork. It had like one more time than regular fork.
Woohoo! Big number.
Tune in next week for another episode of VH1's Behind the Song.
He was a general who would become a slave who would become a gladiator who would become a performance artist.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to do some of my art for you. I have things from inside that I would like the rest of the world to sort of understand. Wait, whoa, what? No, lions, no lions. I was not anticipating lions in my piece.
Prepare yourself for Gladiator, the artist. This time, his pain is on the inside.
Want to get away? Come stay at the beautiful Sam Benton Bed and Breakfast. Sam Benton is miles and miles away from civilization. Each room is equipped with a bunk-style bed and a private urinal. Continental bread and water breakfast is offered until 6:30 a.m. Enjoy recreational sports in the yard, or make new friends in the popular rec room.
You're purty.
And forget doing laundry, because each guest receives a complimentary orange jumpsuit. At Sam Benton, we'll take you away for the trip of a lifetime.
Wow.